Scorpio, you know I don't lie to you. I never have, I never will. So when I say that what's coming is going to hurt, believe me, it's going to hurt in a way you've never felt before. It's not that superficial pain you know so well, the one you control, that you master, that you've even gotten used to feeling as part of who you are. No, this pain is different. This pain goes deep inside. It will touch places within you that you swore no one else would touch. It will open wounds you thought were healed. It will tear off the scabs you've put over your most sensitive parts. And before you close this video, before you say, "I don't need this right now," let me tell you something that will make you stay. This pain isn't coming to destroy you. It's coming to rebuild you. God knows exactly what He's doing. And even if you can't see it now, even if every cell in your body is screaming, "I can't take it anymore," you need to trust. Because what's on the other side of this pain, Scorpio, what's on the other side is the version of yourself that you always knew existed, but never had the courage to become. That feeling that the ground is shaking beneath your feet, that sense that everything is about to crumble, that sharp intuition of yours which never deceives you, is screaming that something big is coming. And you, being who you are trying to prepare. You're trying to control it. You're trying to see every angle, predict every movement, create strategies to survive whatever is coming. But there's a truth you need to hear now. There's no way to prepare for this. There's no way to control it. There's no way to avoid it. It has already begun. And the more you fight against it, the more it will hurt. God is taking something from you, or someone, or some situation. Something you clung to so tightly your fingers are bleeding. Something you swore you couldn't live without. Something that became your identity, your security, your reason for being. And He's ripping it from your hands piece by piece, day after day, and each piece that leaves takes a piece of you with it. And it hurts. My God, how it hurts. You're feeling that pain right now, aren't you? That nameless emptiness, that hole in your chest that nothing seems to fill. But here's what you still haven't understood. God isn't being cruel. He's being merciful, because what He's taking away from you was already slowly killing you. It was suffocating you. It was preventing you from breathing, from growing, from becoming who you need to be. You clung to it so tightly because you were afraid of the unknown. You were afraid of the emptiness. You were afraid of discovering who you are without it. And God, in His infinite wisdom, decided that the time has come for you to discover it. The time has come for you to let go. The time has come for you to trust that even when everything crumbles, you remain standing. You are a Scorpio. You know death better than any other sign. You've died and been reborn so many times you've lost count. But this time, it's different, isn't it? This time, death is taking longer. It's slower, more painful, deeper, and you're desperate because you can't speed up the process. You can't jump to rebirth. You're stuck in this intermediate phase where you're no longer who you were, but you haven't yet become who you will be. And this phase, Scorpio, this phase is hell. Why do you think God is making you go through this so slowly and consciously instead of quickly and painlessly? Because this time, it's not just about dying and being reborn. It's about learning. It's about understanding. It's about breaking patterns so deep within you that only pain of this magnitude could reach them. You spend your whole life controlling everything, manipulating situations, pulling invisible strings, ensuring you're never vulnerable, never exposed, never weak. But control is prison, Scorpio, and God is breaking the bars. He's teaching you something that goes against every instinct of yours: surrender. He's teaching you to let go, to trust, to accept that there are things you can't control, no matter how hard you try. And that scares you more than anything else, doesn't it? The idea of letting go of control, of trusting the process, of accepting that you don't need to have all the answers, of allowing someone or some force greater than you to take care of certain things while you just exist, just feel, just live without needing to manage every detail. And here's the part that will make you cry if you're honest with yourself. You're tired of being strong all the time. Tired of being the person everyone looks for, but who can never look for anyone. Tired of carrying everything alone. Tired of never being able to show weakness. Tired of always having to get up, dust yourself off, and move on as if nothing happened. You're exhausted in a way that sleep doesn't fix, that rest doesn't cure, that vacations don't alleviate. And do you know what God is doing? He's giving you permission to break, to crumble, to finally stop pretending you can handle everything. Because you can't. Nobody can. And that's okay. This pain you're feeling, this loss you're facing, this impossible situation you're living through, it's God saying, you can collapse. I'll hold you. You can let go of the weight. I'll carry it. You can stop being strong for a moment. I am strong for you. But you're so afraid to let go that you prefer to keep holding on until your hands bleed. You prefer to keep carrying on until your knees buckle. You prefer to keep fighting until you have no strength left, because letting go means losing control. And losing control means trusting something bigger than yourself. And Scorpio, trusting is the scariest thing in the world for you, isn't it? When was the last time you truly trusted something without having a plan B, C, and D already prepared? So God is doing what needs to be done. He is taking away your options. He is taking away your safety net. He is putting you in a situation where the only way out is to trust, to let go, to surrender. And that terrifies you because it goes against everything you've built, all your armor, all your defenses, all your survival strategy. All of that is being ripped away. And what's left is you, just you, without masks, without protection, without control, completely vulnerable, completely exposed, completely human. And there's something you need to understand. This vulnerability is not weakness. It's the greatest strength there is. Because when you stop trying to control everything, when you finally let go and trust, that's when the miracle happens. That's when God can work. While you're trying to force things your way, He's waiting. Waiting for you to get tired, waiting for you to give up, waiting for you to finally surrender. And when you do, when you finally raise your hands and say, I can't take it anymore, you do it. That's when everything changes. But there's a process before that, a painful process, a process you're going through right now. And that process has phases. The first phase is denial. This isn't happening. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to reverse it. I have control over this. Have you passed that phase yet, Scorpio? Or are you still trying to convince yourself that you can change what's already in motion? The second phase is anger. Anger at God. Anger at the universe. Anger at life. Anger at people. Anger at yourself. Why me? Why now? What did I do to deserve this? And this anger burns. It burns inside like fire. And you let it burn because at least when you're angry, you're not feeling the sadness. Anger is easier. Anger gives you something to do, someone to blame, a way to still feel in control. Are you in this phase now? Are you burning inside with so much anger? The third phase is bargaining. God, if you make this go back, I promise I'll change. I'll be better. I'll do whatever it takes. Just don't take this away from me. Just don't let this happen. And you make promises, you negotiate. You try to make deals with the divine as if it were a commercial transaction, as if you could buy your way out of this pain, but you can't. And with each passing day that nothing changes, you realize that your bargains have no power here. The fourth stage is depression. The weight of reality finally falls. You realize this is real, that there's no going back, that there's no way to fix it. And an immeasurable emptiness takes over. You don't want to get out of bed. You don't want to talk to anyone. You don't want to do anything, because doing anything means accepting the new reality, and you're not ready to accept it yet. So you stay there, paralyzed, feeling the crushing weight of the loss, feeling as if a part of you has died, because it has. Something in you truly has died, and you are mourning that part. And finally, the last stage, acceptance. But it's not the passive acceptance that everyone thinks of. It's not, okay, I accept it and I'll pretend it doesn't hurt. It's active acceptance. It's looking the pain in the eye and saying, "You are here, I see you, I feel you, and even so, I choose to continue. Even so, I choose to trust that there is a greater purpose. Even so, I choose to believe that God knows what He is doing." Scorpio, what phase are you in now? Be honest with yourself, because you can't skip phases. You can't speed up the process. You need to feel each one completely. You need to go through each one with total awareness, because each phase is teaching you something. Each phase is breaking something in you that needed to be broken. Each phase is preparing you for what comes next. And what comes next? Real transformation. Not that superficial transformation you already know. Not that quick death and rebirth you've experienced 1,000 times. But a profound, root transformation that changes who you are at the most fundamental level. A transformation that leaves no stone unturned, that rebuilds you from scratch, that makes you emerge as someone completely new. But to get there, you need to let the old self die completely. And that's what's happening now. The old you is dying. That version that controlled everything, that never showed weakness, that always had an answer, that carried the world on its shoulders, it's dying. And you're feeling every second of that death. You're feeling it saying goodbye. You're feeling its last breaths. And a part of you wants to cling on, wants to keep it alive, because at least you know it. At least it's familiar. Even if it's killing you, at least you know who it is. But God is saying no. He's saying it's time to let go. It's time to trust that the new you, the you that will emerge from this process, is stronger, wiser, more whole than you've ever been. But first, you need to cross the valley. You need to walk through the darkness. You need to feel the pain to the end, because there are no shortcuts. There are no detours. There's no way out. The only way is through. And here's what will give you strength to keep going. You are not alone in this darkness. God is with you, even when you don't feel it, even when it seems like He has abandoned you, even when you cry out and receive no answer. He is there, holding you, carrying you, guiding you through the storm. You just can't see it because you're in the middle of it, but when you come out on the other side, when you look back, you will see His footprints beside you in every step. You will see how He sustained you when you were sure you were going to fall. You will understand that every no was protection, that every loss was liberation, that every pain was preparation. But you'll only understand that later. Right now, in the midst of the storm, you only need one thing: faith. Faith that this has a purpose. Faith that you will survive. Faith that something greater is happening beyond what you can see. And Scorpio, I know faith is difficult for you. You like evidence, proof, guarantees, but faith is believing without seeing. It's trusting without certainty. It's throwing yourself in without a safety net. And that's exactly what God is asking of you now. He is asking you to trust Him more than you trust yourself. And that is revolutionary for you, because you have always trusted yourself above all else. You always knew that the only person you could truly count on was yourself, that the only person who would never let you down was yourself. But now God is showing you that even you have limits, that even you need help, that even you need something greater to lean on. And that doesn't diminish you, it completes you. There's a phrase you need to tattoo on your soul: be strong, but not strong in the way you've always been. Not that strength that represses, that controls, that never shows emotion, but a new strength, the strength to be vulnerable, the strength to admit you're broken, the strength to ask for help, the strength to trust, the strength to let go. That's true strength, Scorpio, and that's what God is teaching you now. Will it hurt? Yes, it will hurt more than anything you've ever felt. It will tear pieces from you that you didn't know could be torn. It will make you question everything. It will make you doubt God, the universe, yourself. It will take you to dark places inside you that you didn't even know existed. It will break you in ways you didn't know were possible, and you will cry, you will scream, you will beg it to stop. You will negotiate, fight, resist with all your might. But in the end, you will let go. You will surrender. You will give in. And when you do that, when you finally stop fighting and let God take control, that's when the healing begins. That's when the transformation happens. That's when the miracle manifests. Not in the way you expected, not in the time you wanted, not in the way you planned, but in the right way, in God's way, in the way that truly serves your highest good, even if you can't see it now. And there's something else you need to know. This pain has an expiration date. I know that in the midst of it, it feels like it will last forever. It feels like you'll never feel joy again, never smile again, never feel whole again, but it will. This phase will pass, the storm will cease, the sun will shine again, and when that happens, you'll look back and barely recognize who you were before. You'll marvel at the person you've become. You'll be grateful for every tear, for every pain, for every moment that almost broke you but didn't, because you are stronger than you ever imagined. God knows what He's doing, Scorpio. Even when it doesn't seem like it, even when it seems cruel, even when it seems unfair, He knows, and He's using this pain as a sculpting tool. He's taking away everything that isn't essential, everything that isn't you, everything that is ego, fear, control, illusion. He's leaving only what is real, what is eternal, what is true. And when He's finished, when the sculpture is complete, you will be a masterpiece. You will be the purest, most powerful, most authentic version of yourself that has ever existed. But to get there, you need to go through it. You need to feel it. You need to let it transform you. So don't run from the pain. Don't try to numb it. Don't try to pretend it's not happening. Face it. Feel it. Cry, scream, break down. And then, when you have no more strength, when you're sure you can't take another second, let go. Surrender to God. Trust that He will catch you. Trust that He knows what He's doing. Trust that this has a greater purpose than you can understand now. Be strong, Scorpio, not because you have to be, but because you can be. Even in pain, even in loss, even in collapse, you can do it, and you will. Because you've already been through so much. You've survived so many deaths. You've been reborn so many times, and this time will be no different. You will get through this. You will survive. You will be reborn. And when you do, you will be stronger, wiser, and more whole than ever. Because God knows what He's doing, and what He's doing with you now is preparing you for the destiny that has always been yours, but that you could never reach being who you were. You needed to become who you are becoming through this pain. So tell me, are you ready to trust that this agony has a sacred purpose that your mind cannot yet see, but your spirit already recognizes?